This is Jay.
This is A.
And this is Mocksicated,
where we drop the booze and walk through the reality of life alcohol-free.
So grab your favorite mock, get ready to laugh, and let's get Mocksicated.
Hello, and welcome back to Mocksicated.
It's a beautiful Mocksicated Thursday in the middle of a beautiful Mocksicated February.
Yes, and February is a short month, so it's coming quick, you know?
It's a short month, and you have a birthday coming up, and then you have a birthday coming up.
Yes.
It's birthday time.
Yes. My boy goes from 6 to 7.
6, 7.
It's funny. I feel like 6, 7 has really died in our house and our school because the teachers don't allow them to say it.
Jeez.
Yeah, there's a lot of rules around it. They don't mess around. So planning a birthday party for kids that change their mind every day is very fun and exciting, and I can't wait to do it. If you can tell.
I don't really have room to talk because I think even as an adult, I might change my mind every day about what I want for my birthday. So
True.
I feel you, Atlas.
Yes.
But yeah, and then you get to have a birthday, and you used to have big birthday parties for yourself, and now you just invite thousands of people to your kids' birthday parties instead.
Yeah,
thousands.
Yeah, thousands.
Yeah, if you've ever seen me at one of Allie's parties, I didn't see you because there's 100,000 people there.
It's true.
Sorry.
We gotta invite a lot of friends, you know?
Yeah, no, I give you mad props. I truly do. And I feel like you know all of them too. And I'm like, how? Wait, what?
I was telling Chris, though, I can't wait for our kids to be a little bit older when they're like, I want these 3 people to do this experience and let's just do that. And I'm like, yes, please. But right now they really do want to invite like 100 people, the soccer team, the scouts, the whole class, and then the kids from last year's class.
So heck no, we ain't going back in the yearbook.
I know. We do some freezing cold park parties because I would never be able to afford one of these parties at an establishment.
No, it's so expensive.
So, yeah.
Well, good luck to you.
Yeah, I can't wait.
February.
I'm so excited.
But it's okay because you know what? Even the times that it was like the windiest birthday party, you still made something of it. And that is because you are a resourceful queen.
Yes, I am.
Very resourceful, full of resources. And in fact, she's so full of resources that we are going to give you some more today.
Yes.
And we've done it before. We did Resources Part 1. I think it was in our first season.
Yeah.
And thankfully, among the years, there has been so many things that have been created, so many things that we've discovered, and so just a lot of new resources that we want to share with you guys. Some old ones that we talked about maybe before, but some new ones too. And if you're thinking that we are going to send you a phone book or like an encyclopedia, that's not the type of resources I'm talking about. You're not going to have to write a paper and cite this in italics.
With the year.
With the year and the author and the book author.
Yeah. I think only the title goes in italics.
Oh. You know, I did get my journalism degree. But yes. Yeah, you don't have to do that here because resources are anything that helps you. Duh. If it helps you, it's a resource.
Yes.
And it's a tool in your tool belt. And so, I think resources are just things that help us like not only connect to other people like us, but give us a sense of validation in our journey. Like it gives us something to fall back on instead of just our feelings, which matter. But like you can also fall back on, oh, well, I have these resources. I talked to this person. I know this person. And it just helps create such like a bigger community for you in your sobriety journey.
Yes.
And so on that note, on the community vibe note, let's start with some community support groups because that's the biggest, I feel like, time where you get to be like, oh my God, me too.
Yes.
Oh my gosh,
so
me
validating.
too. Yes.
Okay, I'm just going to start telling you some
tell us about them.
Okay, in person, AA.
Yes.
I mean, it exists in every city, state, and that is going to be your typical AA group.
Yes.
They're all, based off of the same AA teachings, and you can look that up online and see exactly what you're going to get at a meeting like that. And honestly, the support of like meeting people in person, I think a lot of people crave big time in
Yes.
community.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I think that there might be like other in-person groups specific to your community. So that would be something that I would always research, like sober groups, recovery groups, and then put your city or wherever your location is and see what comes up.
Yes. Next is She Recovers, which is a virtual group, but they also have retreats, so you could meet in person. But it's online support and it's solely women-based. Yes, and so that one, if you go to their page online, you can find, oh my gosh, you could be there for a very long time. I have been there for a very long time. Another one is the Sober Mom Cafe. Woohoo! Which I'll plug myself every Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Time. I, Allie, host a meeting for 1 hour. Most of the time we talk about sobriety, but some of the time we don't. We talk about our lives, our everyday connections, what happened in that week, triggers, glimmers, like we talk about it all, the good, the bad, the ugly. We cry, we laugh. Sometimes we're crying from laughing. It really is just so great. And I think in all of these different community supports we're talking about, it's like very validating because you just find out that you're not alone in this, whether you don't have the same story, like it's just crazy. And it often reminds me of motherhood, where you can just relate to other mothers on so many different levels. But yeah,
it creates like a space for you to kind of like own your shame, maybe like reveal your shame, see your shame in other people, and like let it go and let it know that it's okay. Because like maybe even like the craziest story that you think is very unique to you, you will be in a meeting or, listening to someone else talk and hear them say something and you're like, oh my gosh, you too. Like that's something that you've experienced. So even in your darkest moments of shame, there's connection. And there are like Facebook groups, there are like Instagram groups. And again, just like I said with in person, where you can just look and scroll. I mean, there are Facebook groups for everything. Sometimes I forget what groups I'm in. And Facebook's algorithm is crazy. I know you don't have a Facebook, but it'll like promote groups for you and be like, would you like to join this group? It's like the sound healers of this thing. And I'm like, sure, why not? And it's so cool because I'm in like a BravoCon group because I went to BravoCon one year. And like I said, I'm in a sound healers group. And within these groups, I find people talking about sobriety. And the BravoCon one was really cool because there was people who were like, I want to go to BravoCon, but I'm sober and I've only been sober for this long. Is there anyone out there? And there was like a whole thread of all of us that were like, we went, you can do it, all this stuff. And it was so cool to just like, even outside those groups, find connection within them.
Yes. Oh, I love that so much. Another one of the large groups online that I'll say before we move on is the Luckiest Club. They are a huge virtual community. So if you're just looking to listen and maybe relate a little bit, that would be a good one too. But if you're looking to really like speak your truth, maybe a smaller group might be better. Just because I've been told in the Luckiest Club that like there's so many hands raised that sometimes everyone doesn't get to speak during the meeting.
More of a bigger.
Yeah, it's a big one, which is so cool too. And
I was just going to say, looking up there, both of those.
A lot of these groups also have books as resources
or
as
come
well.
from authors. And the Luckiest Club comes from we are the luckiest.
Yes.
And I honestly, and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, if someone knows this, I want to say the book came first and then came the group. Whereas with Sober Mom Life, the group came first and then the book came second.
Yes.
So that is a really cool thing too, that it's like resources within resources.
Yes.
So moving on to that, there are some apps.
Yes.
Some apps that you can use. The one that I use is called I Am Sober. And I've talked about it on here before, but you just open it up, and it tells you how long you've been sober. I even have like I hate this word and I don't know why, but I have a widget and it's on my main screen that tells me, like, so I can just see it on my page how many days I am sober. And there is community on that app, but it's paid for behind a paywall. There's also Sober Grid, which is a global sober support network that comes with the app. Our Tribe is small group peer support. And then there's Nomo. Nomo is friend check-ins, goals. And then there's a new one that just came out, which I love. And I found this one through No Booze Babes. Shay Gomez, the Dry Edit, featured this app. And it's called Queerity app. And it is the world's first sober LGBTQ plus app.
That's cool.
Which is so cool because I remember, I can't remember where it was, but when we started this sober journey, I found somewhere, that there really isn't a lot of alcohol friendly spaces for LGBTQ plus people because usually it's a bar. And so to find community in an alcohol free space is so cool. And so, yes, those are some of the apps that you can download that help with your sobriety.
I don't have any. I hate apps. No, I'm just kidding.
I know. Well, we're always deleting them because our storage is always full. Yeah. So we are a little salty about apps. Yeah. Another really good thing that will really help you guys, therapy.
Oh, I was like waiting. I'm like, what is it?
And, there's all kinds of support that you can get in the form of therapists, coaches. I would like to go out on a limb and say, if you are finding a coach, make sure that that coach is someone that matches up with you. You feel that they have like enough like accreditations under their name, experience. You guys live a similar lifestyle, because in sobriety, there are so many other journeys that we just don't want to get caught up in someone else's way of being sober. But when therapy comes through, it's more like you-centered. And it doesn't have to be like recovery therapy, even though it can be if you feel like an addiction is something that you might be dealing with. But also, a lot of things that I've unpacked in my therapy are like the whys behind my drinking. Mm-hmm. And if you are able to kind of get through those, then it does help eliminate the reach or the need for the reach of alcohol.
Yeah. Dang, therapy is the best. If you're looking for support, that should be your first therapy.
Go to therapy. We support. What about books, which we already talked about a little, but go ahead.
I have a funny story. You want to hear a funny story about a book?
Always.
Well, so usually when I'm reading Quit Lit, I just assume everything's a memoir, okay? Because these people are like, they talk like it's their lives.
Yes.
Maybe even use their own names. And one time in a book club, which a couple of us laugh about this often, that we're in that same book club, there is one book that we all related to, and I spoke, and the author was in the club, and I spoke about a certain scene, and I was like, I have never felt so validated. That exact thing happened to me at a party, like this whole thing, like, thank you for writing this. Like, I feel like a weight has been lifted because I am not the only one that went through this. And then she said, that didn't happen to me. I made that up.
Oh.
Because her book was not a memoir. It was all made up. And everyone then starts chiming in and is like, wait, excuse me? This isn't a memoir? And now I'm on Zoom and my face expression just drops and gets very different. And it was very hilarious, and we joke about it often in this group that happened in, because now I will always look at a quitlet and be like, is this a memoir? What is this? Is this fiction, nonfiction? Because it was so embarrassing, literally in front of like 45 people. And then she's like, I'm sorry that actually didn't happen to me. This is like parts of my sobriety that I just wrote a story. And I was like,
that's actually
cool. Thank you. Great.
I mean, I know it was embarrassing, but it kind of reminds me of Taylor Swift. And the reason why is like to be able to write something that you didn't personally experience that hits with somebody who's like, oh my God, I experienced that thing. Like, that's pretty freaking cool that you just like were able to kind of like, and honestly, I feel like it speaks to like it being half of like an autobiography and half of like, just not fiction novel is like when you experience something, you know it so well.
Yes.
And I think when we get into the quitlets, like that's why they're so good, because woven through all of these books are like real experience or real experience that you relate to, that you're like, oh my gosh, like that was me. And these people put a voice to it and put words to it. And like, sometimes Taylor Swift writes things and I'm like, how did she know exactly how I felt? I've never been able to say that before, and I'm really good at words. So someone else's perspective is just really cool. So we mentioned We Are the Luckiest.
Yeah.
And our favorite, The Sober Shift.
Yes.
But name a couple others.
We have Stash. That's one of my favorites.
Oh, yes.
By Laura.
Mm-hmm.
One of my... Well, we had Celeste on, if you've heard.
Yes.
It's Not About the Wine.
Such a good one.
Is such one of my top fives for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Another one that always stands out to me is Blackout. And that one is so relatable in the terms of blacking out.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked a lot on here about Quit Like a Woman.
Yeah, Quit Like a Woman is the first Quitlet book that I ever saw and or heard about. And I know that there's been a lot of people who have been changed by that one in particular. And so we always like to talk about that one.
But also, if you don't love that book, it's okay. This happened actually 2 weeks ago.
I think with all of the books, like it's the same thing
Yes.
with like sober coaches. Like everyone's sobriety journey is different, and you're gonna find the ones that like fit with you, and you're gonna find the ones that you're like, I didn't like that, or I didn't relate to that. And that's part of providing so many resources for you guys, because this is not like you need to go down and subscribe to all of these. And sometimes when we're changing our life, that's what we want to do. Yeah. We're like, oh my God, okay, buy this book, buy this book, buy this book. Okay, download, subscribe. You're like, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to go all in. But at the same time, like, feel it out, because in alcohol drinking, we weren't listening to our body. We weren't listening to our feelings. So in sobriety, you have this like unique opportunity to be like, I don't like that. So you don't have to finish reading it. You can put it down and find something else for you.
Yeah. Yes.
My favorite one is always The Unexpected Joy of Being Sober.
Oh yeah.
And she has 2 books, and I always talk about them. The Unexpected Joy of Being Sober is year 1, and then Sunshine Warm Sober is after 5 years. Ooh. So for those of our listeners that are like in the long-term years, that's what Sunshine Warm Sober is for. It's a quit-lit book specifically for you.
Ooh, love that.
Have you ever read The Naked Mind?
Do you know what? I think I need to go back to it because that was one that I started and I was like, because I do like a storyline. Sometimes too much of a self-help book is like, no, it's,
Oh my gosh, see, I'm the exact
yeah,
opposite. I
no.
need more like self-help
Yeah,
than
exactly. And
story.
that's we're exactly what you just said. Some things aren't for
Yep,
others and some things are.
I love it. Okay, what about podcasts?
I know one.
Well, I think you guys are already listening to it,
Yeah.
but Mocksicated is a really cool podcast, and I love the hosts.
Me too.
In case you wanted some other ones,
Yes.
go ahead, hit us with
Oh,
them.
I thought you were going. Well, The Sober Mom Life does have a podcast.
Yes,
I think that's actually where she started. Podcast,
yes,
then group,
group,
then
then
book.
book, author.
And so that podcast is really great because there's different guests, there's real life women telling their stories, and you cannot imagine how many times you're like, me too, when listening to those stories.
Yes.
But yeah, that is a great one. Another one that I actually recommend to a lot of sober curious people is Sober Powered.
Yes, we love that one.
Yes, that one's the science. That one are the things that you can't unlearn. That you're like, oh, dang it, I wish I wouldn't have listened to that because now I know my brain's being eaten alive. No, I'm just kidding. And her episodes are short and quick because I know a lot of people get overwhelmed. They're like, you want me to listen to this book? You want me to listen to these podcasts? You want me to do all of these things?
Yes.
And so sometimes it's short and sweet which like on Mondays, Mox has short and sweet. But yeah, the Naked Mind, just like the book, has a
Oh, yes.
podcast.
Yeah.
And I actually do enjoy that podcast.
Yes. Well, there you go. I have one and I love following her page, but she also has a podcast and she's from Canada and hers is Happiest Sober.
Oh, yes, I love that account.
So Happiest Sober is very, very good. I also want to shout out someone else that we had on our podcast that has her own, and that is Sophia, if you guys remember.
Yeah.
And her, she just started season 2 of her journey home. Now, it is not specifically a sobriety focused, but it is more wellness focused, and it's hosted by a sober girl.
Yes.
So, those are 2 I just wanted to add in.
Yes.
Yes. And on that note, something that I think has helped me very a lot, I don't know how else to say it, in sobriety is focusing on my wellness and my healing journey. And yes, we talked about therapy, but there are a lot of other aspects of it that I think have helped me out, anywhere from like moving my body. And we've talked about exercising and finding your own level of fitness, but like yoga is a very good one. And I don't mean like hot yoga flow, like even yin yoga. Allie's a Pilates girl. There's all these other types of movement that kind of help you come out of your head and tune into your body. Breathing exercises, learning how to breathe when you're upset, learning how to breathe when you're triggered. These are all amazing tools that have helped me. Meditation.
Yes.
Which Allie and I have talked about a lot before. And then any type of like energy work, sound healing, of course. Anything like that that leads you closer to yourself, because a lot of the sobriety journey is about coming back to
Rediscovering yourself all over again.
Yes. Please and thank you. And lastly, something I think that's really cool that we are seeing more and more of, not necessarily where we live, but yes, there are some things, is like activities.
Yes.
Like lifestyle things that are coming out. So sober bars, or alcohol-free spaces where you can go on any given day and they they don't sell alcohol at all. In Albuquerque, I know that for some big city folks, this might sound crazy, But for a long time, there was only like one or two coffee shops that were open past like 3 p.m. And now we've gotten like an influx of like at least three I can name of that are open till 11 p.m. and they only sell coffee. That's my type of party.
That's smart too of them.
There's all kinds of meetups that could be happening, groups that are forming, mom groups, running groups, all kinds of sobriety groups that you can find that way. But also, there's festivals now.
There are.
There's like 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I knew of the one. I have a friend who I taught spin to, and she actually is a part of one. And so I'm not a festival goer, but I know that there's a lot of people that like just really enjoy the vibe and the people and the music. And to be able to have that space offered like in a sober setting, I think is so cool and another niche need for us people who are trying to still live our lives and do the things we want, but do it alcohol free.
Yes.
So it wasn't an encyclopedia.
No.
But it was a great list.
Yes.
And lastly, we always want to provide the mental health and suicide hotline because that is somebody and something to utilize in an emergency situation when you really just need to talk to someone else.
Yes, it's 988. You can text, chat, call.
988.
Yes.
So wherever you're at in your sobriety journey, we just hope that these resources help you. There's something that you can dive into, somewhere where you can feel seen. And you've always got us.
Yes.
Flood our inbox.
Please.
We're here for you. We love you, babes.
Talk soon.